Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, the whole introduction, it was too much for me. I do really appreciate sir for this. And it's going to be something different. I don't know. I don't want to be boring on presentations and all. But seriously, today we're going to have a sensitive point. The point which we're going to take. This is what we are coming all the way from Africa. And you guys, what we are looking forward to. Touch a sensitive point. We are talking about youth development and youth leadership. So, as you know guys, I think the title of the conference or the symposium itself about youth education. I'm here today to discuss. It's not a presentation. I'm not gonna make a lecture or something. It is little work we were doing with my friends. We were touching points. What do we need in Africa? We are here to talk about 55 countries in Africa. We were in a long workshop a couple of months back. And we had some people, they came down from Emirates. And we have some foreigners who were there for a workshop to find out what disabilities and what do we want to improve ourselves. So we have made little, actually it was so long and it was too much, the slides. We have decreased it because of time. We got only half an hour time, so we will make it as a discussion point. It's not a lecture, I'm not gonna lecture you. I'm gonna talk about, to share my opinion, to share my friend's opinion about the workshop which we had. It was how to identify the youth people. What do we need to pick them up? Because we do believe something. 70% out of African population, it is younger age. It is in the youth age. And we do believe something. The youth people are the spirit and the soul of the communities. So if we would like to pick up communities, we should pick the youth people first. And then we can create a new generation by the youth people. Today we are here to discuss about the youth development and youth leadership. So we generally going to talk about Africa. This is UNDP statistics from their website. Population is 9 million, and now it is 1.1 billion. It's not true, by the way, because it's 2014. It became 1.1 billion. Poverty rate is 48.5%. Per capita income is less than 200 or less than $2. And human division index is less than 1. So, you guys, do you agree with me? This small numbers, it need to be picked up. You guys, do you agree with me in this point? In the whole 55 countries, in the whole African continent, compared to these numbers, we are still far away. Do you agree, guys?
Yes.
Alright, so what next step? We should improve the numbers as well as we should improve the African continent by improving these numbers, I think. So we're gonna touch a youth age. This is because we're not gonna blame our fathers and grandfathers. No blaming anymore. We're tired of blaming peoples. We should create our future now by our hand. So we're gonna have a small discussion point. I don't know. Don't wanna be boring again. So let's start it. This is the Millennium Goals, Development Millennium Goals, as the United Nations put these 8 points in Africa. The first point is to eradicate an extreme poverty and hunger. Second point is to achieve universal primary education. The third point is to promote gender equality and empower women. The fourth point is to reduce child mortality. Fifth point is to improve maternal health. Sixth point, combat HIV, AIDS, malaria, and other diseases such like TBs, leishmaniasis and all. Seven is to ensure environmental sustainability. And 8 point, develop the goal partnership for the development. It was the focus 8 points the development of Africa as the United Nations conference last finalization point. So why this session for? To ensure that youth with disabilities are provided full access to high quality service in integrated settings in order to maximize their opportunities for employment and independent living. So from this mission we're going to have how to get independent living. Why this session? All effective youth programs have youth development at their core. Do you agree with me, guys, on this one? Effective youth initiative focus on a wide range of development needs. Youth development encompasses youth leadership. Am I right? So guys, please, if I'm wrong in one point, please do correct me. Effective youth leadership program build on youth development principles and objectives. So let us start with the definition. Definition of youth development is a process which prepares young people to meet their challenges and adulthood through coordinated progressive series of activities, experiences, which help them to become socially, morally, emotionally, physically, and cognitively competent. As the second part of the lecture or the presentation, youth development, we're going to have also definition for youth leadership. Youth leadership is the ability to guide or direct others on a course of action, influence opinion and behavior of other people, and show the way by going in advance. This is Asa Grant Hodges, 1998. We have just captured that definition from their vision, we can say like that, or we can say from their own conceptions. Definition of youth leadership also is the ability of to analyze, own strengths and weakness, set personal and vocational goals, and have the self-esteem to carry them out. This is also include the ability to identify community resources, use them not only to live independently but also to establish support network to participate in community life and to effect positive social change. So here in this point we're going to discuss something. Youth development program outcome. Why we are here? For what? For what's going to be outcome? Out of the conference there is some result should be. So in my own way or in my group way, so we should increase academic achievement, we should increase the academic achievement. Do we need academic achievement? Do you agree with me? We need academic achievement to make ourselves leaders? Nothing in life comes like that. Yeah. So to increase the motivation to success, we should increase the positive health decisions, and we should increase the social skills. The other hand is decrease involvement, risky behavior such like alcohol, tobacco, and all, and this is which is destroys the communities. We cannot say destroys, but it can minimize our power. We are running out of time. We need to catch up the future, so we should decrease. We should be conscious. As they saying, as and I do believe in my own mind, nothing is in life and nothing is free. So we have to pay for everything. So why the leadership program important for youth with disabilities? So we cannot just, it's not such an easy work or something like that to say directly we are creating leadership program and everyone want to be leader. It's not an easy way. It's a long way, it's a hard way. So what we do find in this session is to assist young people to become self-sufficient and productive member of society. Second is to assist in the development of advocacy of self-determination skills. Third point is to foster making informed choices. Fourth point is to expose youth youth to role models and leaders with and without disabilities. So to create leaders, we should have some disability. Disability, it makes us harder. And I do believe if we are facing more hardness, we should get the power and using our mind. Why effective program competence for all youth? First point is activities that are challenging, interesting, and related to everyday life. Second point is opportunities to participate in decision making relating to things you care about. So we should have our voice. Third point is relationship with emotionally supportive adults. An academic focused program with recreational activities. Effective program competence for all youth. Also, opportunities for skills building, integration of family, school, and community efforts. Last lecture was education. So I do believe something. We cannot make youth development unless we should make youth education. Physical and psychological safety, opportunities to belong, positive social norms. We cannot just work in a place unless we feel we are in. And we cannot work with a group unless we should put ourselves as this is our issue. So that's why it happens. We need to feel this. We need to feel the problem. We need to feel we are so far away from the future. We still should feel we need to be developed. Then we can work. Alone we can do nothing. And unless we feel this in our heart, I don't believe something can be done. It's important to support the formal network of youth leaders with disabilities who have a voice in policy making at the federal level and encourage youth leadership in disability community. In this point, I don't know, but we have finally reached the point that still our voice, I think it's invisible. All the youth, all the African youth, people, they are invisible in Africa. Their voice, their vote, their aims, their goals, it's out. We need to educate the youth. We need to grow up their minds. We need to encourage them to be creative minds. About this development program in areas, 5 basic areas we are touching. First is working, learning, thriving, connecting and leading. So we have some activities which can support working. Visiting education and training programs, we need to. Completing a mock job search and interview process, because most of Africans still they doesn't know, or still they cannot make a successful interview. Most of also the Africans, they don't know how to write a resume. Seriously, I'm talking about. Even in my area, most of, you can say, the people who finished universities, still they need to assist to write their resume. Interviewing representatives from specific industries. Attending workplace behavior workshops. And developing a forum of networking. The second point, it was learning. So this is some activities which we find it might improve our learning also. Participating in peer-to-peer activities, accessing testing, preparation classes, joining a group of problem-solving activities. So we should learn how to solve our problems in a group. Enough of selfishness, enough of selfish mind. Developing a formal learning plan. It is not a playground or something like that. So we should go on a plan. Everything in this life, it comes in a plan. Enough of irresponsibility. Everyone, you should do whatever you like at any time. It's enough of that. We should build a system. We should build ourselves. We should make a plan. Then we can proceed on. Being accountable for grades. Showing case for highlighting and learning experiences. Participating in service learning projects. Third point is thriving. Health related workshop. HIV and malaria, TB, as a clinical pharmacist, it's really a headache. It's really a big issue for us. Still people doesn't know how to prevent themselves. Still they doesn't know about those people. Still no one knows about how even HIV transfers. So we should educate those people. We should educate the people and make conferences. As I'm a part of Sudanese with Crescent Society, this presentation, it was taking our experience in what we did. I have did theater, movable movies, cinemas, mobile, clinics, self-testing. Actually, it was good. It works, but not that much even. Because you cannot pull anyone from their house to come and test. Role-playing activities, personal and peer counseling, meal planning and preparation activities. No one knows how to make a preparation for activities. How to create a conference, how to create a small workshop. Who will come? What do we need? Which points we should touch? How we can feed those people? Still we need to create, and we should tell them how to create these things. Social activities require communication. I think we need to learn what communication is, how to communicate with people, how to be a counselor, how to make a counseling point for a specific family or a specific issue. about connecting, researching community resources and leaders, writing a letter, and creating videos for friends and families, attending job and trade fairs, role-playing interviews. We should learn how to be in an interview. Actually, I was working in a pharmaceutical company, so I was suffering really for the first time I have applied for the job. I was suffering. They were asking me like, you suggest yourself as a company manager, and that how you ask for the peoples for interview. I was totally lost actually. I couldn't find out where to start and where to finish. So it was suggesting point, because most of people, they don't know how interview starts. And and as you guys also know, there is no any development should be without education. So the first issue is education. Then, unless we can educate ourselves, we cannot develop ourselves. And participating in team building activities. This is also the point we have reached. About leading, this is the main issue we're going to talk about. We need to learn about developing personal plan. Still we need. The thing which we learn in our schools, in our university, I don't think it's still enough. Still we do need to create more personal plan. I don't know about my own idea. This is the point we really need to, how to make a plan, because out of this 70%, 50%, they don't know how to make a plan. And this is the which sad point we have reached. We don't know how to make a plan. And this is the fact. Creating a map for local youth resources. Participating in town meetings. Everyone just go for entertainment, going for sports, playing football, because thinking of earning, thinking of signing for a team or something like that. So everyone just would like to play good football, but no one wants to be in a meeting. So we need to educate those people, or to increase about the meetings and town meetings, and discuss about the issues, things, the main points in town. Where is the town, what it should be, what the main points should be. What about health field, communications? But everyone know, we just come from the school, everyone wants just to go to play football. Because end of the dream is just to sign or to make, just to have a team, because it's gonna pay. This is the shortest way to be rich. And everyone just, they don't know even like how these things should be, can be created in schools. Still we are so far away from this. Being a peer mediator, participating in letter writing companions, meeting with local officials. Believe me guys, if we are meeting local official peoples, seriously we can find out where we are, because we cannot speak, we cannot touch a points that you like. The Common Youth Development Program can be divided into two, programmatic and organizational components. So the first one is organizational components can be on clear missions, visions, and goals. We should have a staff trained in youth development, connection to the community, relationships with other and youth serving groups. I'll take my own experience about Sudanese Red Crescent Society. So we have like around 15 group. We have a special group for youth issues. I'm taking care of the group of the medical covering about the camps, wars, refugees and all. We have as well also one for education, and we have a group for public issues, which is mosquito nets, vaccination and all. So we need to encourage this type of organizations, the local one, the national one. Seriously, we have found out recently it can bring up and can pick up also the minds. We didn't have that much. We just work with the international one. So we need to have our own. That's why. The programmatic one is varied hands and experiential learning is involved in the development of implementing activities. So we should learn how we can create the things and make it on life and make it real. Everything can be in our mind. We can just take a plan and we should learn how to make these things happen. It's not the hard things, or it's not a tough thing, or it's nothing impossible. We should learn this. I don't know you guys, but I'm talking about my dear participants from Africa. So I think these things touching our hearts, really, we are missing. Opportunities for youth to succeed. Opportunities to take various roles. We need a family involvement, interaction with the mentors and role models. This is 12 principles. We can just go hardly on that because time is running out of time. So this is 12 principles of effective youth leadership programs. Help youth learn specific knowledge and skill related to leadership. Enable youth to understand the history, values, and belief to their society. Facilitate the development of individual strengths and leadership styles. Facilitate the development of ethics, values, and ethical reasoning. To promote awareness, understanding, and tolerance of other people, culture, and societies. Embody high expectations of confidence and respect for you served. To emphasize experiential learning and provide opportunities for genuine leadership. To involve youth in a service to others. And this is the point of view. How we can involve this to serve their communities. Also, we should facilitate self-reflection and individual to cooperative learning process. Involve youth to cooperative teamwork and network experience with peers. Involve youth in significant relationship with the mentors, positive and role models, and other nurturing adults. Be developed around stated purpose and goals. Disability focus on this point. Additional program components may be included in youth programming for youth with disabilities, such as history and culture of disability, knowledge of laws, policies, practices. Fair point is role modeling and mentoring by persons with disabilities. knowledge building of community-specific resources for persons with disabilities, ongoing assessment for independent living. So I hope it was totally different because we have just summarized the points. I was just sharing my ideas with you guys. In the Sudanese Youth Union, recently we have created, there's a small committee which is mainly work with the youth issues. So we had a small workshop for 2 days. Along with that, we had some guys, they came from down of Africa. So it was a 2 days workshop. We finally have created these points, and we do agree with these points. So right now, in 2015, we should start anything individually, and we should tick and mark what we have done and what we need to do. It was not a lecture, it was just our idea. I just would like to, from my own vision, I thought of those people, they can understand what, or they can recorrection the point. So you guys, if you have any points to add, I would like to listen. Okay.